faith, one's community, along with a good, healthy diet and exercise program, together, combined, can result in significant improvement of longevity.
Marge Jeton is one other quality that leads to longevity, a good sense of humor.
Not only do you not look 101, you don't look 91, you look about 81.
Well, keep talking.
Marge says it all comes back to faith and embracing every day.
How does it make you feel that you've reached this age and are in the shape you are, such a good shape?
I marvel at it.
Marge and Minnie are very inspirational women. It's very nice to do such an inspirational story. And here's a good addition to it. 101-year-old Marge does a lot of volunteer work at the hospital, at her church, and last night, a civic group in Southern California gave her the Philanthropist of the Year award. And I will tell you, Anderson, I would like, 4 decades from now, I'm in a position to win some type of award.
She's remarkable. And to see her working out at 101 is just incredible. She walks faster. So.
She does a lot more than most of us.
Yeah, I know. I was watching her thinking, I really got to start going to gym. I think she's lifting more weights than I should.
So, how many like that? Basically, what I wanted you to see is that the world now, the entire world, all the elite in Europe, all around the world, China, have now been introduced to the Seventh-day Adventist Church as the healthiest people on the planet. And so that's a neat thing, okay? And I would like to say that as a Seventh-day Adventist American coming to the Philippines, I would like to be able to have an impact that God could use me, that the Philippine country could also come up the scale of it in health, and follow not the American SAD diet, which is the standard American diet, but the Seventh-day Adventist American diet. Okay, the Philippines tends to follow the United States, but as we heard from our lecture this morning, or when I spoke for main worship, we're not to conform to this world. So it's really exciting that. It's really exciting that the world now knows about the Seventh-day Adventist Church, and the health message, as we understand, as a church basic fundamental understanding, is that the health message is an opening wedge into the gospel. That Jesus, when he was on this earth, his main ministry first was attending to the physical needs of the people. If they were sick, he healed them. If they were hungry, he fed them the fish and the bread. You understand? And then he would teach them. A lot of the ministries today, they make you come in and hear a big long sermon and then they feed you afterwards. I like to follow Jesus' example and feed them. And then if they want to listen, fine. But if they don't want to listen, they're free to go. God gives us a free choice. Now I have one other video, maybe a little less time than that. It's important because I want you to see it's not just me. This is big. This is the Seventh-day Adventist Church, and now it's a basic ministry concept that I am helping with. And that the world is now on board. And so one of our Seventh-day Adventist professors who teaches pastors in the United States, his name is Dwight Nelson. Dwight Nelson, has anyone heard of Dwight Nelson? Yeah, Morning Devotion. You know, I didn't even know about that book until I came here, and then I realized it's a popular book and people are reading it. Yeah, so it's a nice book. I met him probably 10 years ago, and he had lectured, and I talked to him after the lecture, and he put his arm around me, and we talked a little bit, and we prayed together, and he spent some one-on-one personal time counseling me. And I was always impressed with his down-to-earth, personal way of ministering to people. He's not putting himself up on it. I mean, he's a really notable person. To be someone that high up as a teacher of pastors and not have a scandal about you. One of the devil's tools that he tries to create problems within our Christian community, our Seventh-day Adventist community, I hope I'm not talking too fast, I'm so sorry, is to create gossip scandals and try to create problems in relationships and marriages. Dwight Nelson has has been blessed by God in keeping a standard, and people respect him. And so there are things that he is able to say in a health lecture that I cannot say without offending people, and people just like really getting upset. In fact, numerous people that I know, even in their 60s, who are health evangelists that have been lecturing for 40 years, they let Dwight Nelson tell some of the things that they can't say because they feel like maybe they would be in really big trouble or offending. So I'm going to let Dwight Nelson say some things because people know who Dwight Nelson is. He's highly respected. He trains the pastors in the United States. Okay, go ahead and push play, and then I'm going to have you go forward a little bit. Push play. This is Dwight Nelson doing a health lecture. Sorry, it's not the same DVD. I thought he had like multiple DVDs stacked in there. In my DVD player in Billera, and the one we have is you can turn.